What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. We got a special guest with us, so let's just try to change this here. Where is this way? This way? Oh, we'll go right here for now. We'll go this way for now. How do you guys like my new room? You guys hear me all right? Everything's
Yeah,
good?
it looks good.
Nice, yeah. My new streaming room. It took hours and weeks and months to put it together. Oh boy. Yeah, we got Yeti on the show today. Let's do a quick roll call here. We got Scaper, I see you over there in the Twitchster. What is happening? Rolling all up here. The Pirates in the house. Oh, Funweiser made it to one. Funweiser. Yep, Funweiser's here. He messaged me that he was busy and missed another one yesterday, but he made it today. We got Angelonis, what is it? Saventus, 2260. First time, 1392. Jock McMiner's here. Of course, Yeti's here. We got the Pirate, Monkey Dude, Will Blaps, what's happening? Squirrel Masters. Let's just continue on here. Oh,
Nuclear power plant mining. Rud Tots is in the house.
we see you there, Rudd. Squirrel Master, I believe I said. You guys are talking away. What do we got here? Oh, Frogman Mining, I see is there. Who else is here? Anybody? Countdown. What is that? You in the 5 million 5 million Canadian studio? Looks real. Yeah, 5 million Canadian studio. Crazy. So how's it going? How are you guys all doing today? Oh, what? Panda was live?
I didn't even realize.
I didn't know he was alive either. Alive, of course he's alive, but okay. I just messaged him and asked if he was up because I wanted to see if he wanted to come on the stream also, and I just seen his viewers pop in. Wow, I didn't even know he was live. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, Panda, welcome. Do you want to come on the stream? Are you there? I didn't even know you were live. Wow. What time?
We've got to get Panda in here.
I DM'd you asking if you were up today. That's hilarious. No, I know he probably doesn't want to stream. He just finished streaming. Didn't even realize it. Oh, that's crazy. Is it low mic? Yeah, I have it so it's kind of hidden. Here, I can bring it right back up. There we go. It doesn't look as good when it's here, though. So I was kind of trying to keep it down. Let's see. I can adjust this a little bit. You know what? Let's just go like this. Forget about it. Boom. Who cares? All right, we'll go like this. That better? Now everyone can hear me better? Things are going well. Cough Monero. Yeah, Monero's doing awesome. RPM doesn't have his ring light set up yet. That's the funny thing. I invested in a little bit of AI, and guess what? It's actually kind of dark in my room. I got no lighting set up coming at me, but I got some AI tools that makes it look like it. Huh? It's cheaper than buying the light up stuff. Is it working good? It seems like it is. Good old AI.
It just mine just overexposes, which is why I never turn mine on.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, what interesting. The people that you know when Rabid Mining is live, but no one tell Rabid Mining when you are. What was that? Red Panda Mining. So people that you know when Rabid Mining is live, but no one tell Rabid Mining when you are. Yeah, no one tells me when Panda goes live, but people tell him that I'm live. What's going on here? What's going on? Play electric. Yeah. So Panda, you're probably all tuckered out now, especially with your jet lag after yesterday. So you probably don't want to talk anymore. That's okay. If you don't want to come on, that's fine. I never ask. Oh, well, I didn't even know. Yeah, Panda's about to pass out now. He's probably up all night, and this is his tail end before he goes back to bed. All right, no, that's cool. That's no problem. You'd love to come on. No, it's okay. Get some rest. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I've been like live streaming almost every day. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say you're pretty much on a day-by-day roll these days, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been on a streak. Like I slept in. You know, the truth is, well, I want to try to live stream more, obviously, and I've been doing that, but I didn't release a video this morning, and I slept in, so I wasn't able to try to record something this morning. So I was like, oh crap, well, I have to go live for sure today. So yeah, here we are. We're live. Quiet for the win. Yeah, that's something I gotta make a new video on here. But yeah, let's talk about things. Obviously, Monero's doing some stuff. Let's try to change my screen though. How come we're not side by side? I should have. Oh, is this it? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Does anyone else out there want to come on? Anybody else want to come on the show? Have a party? Come on. All right. So yeah, Yeti's here. We're gonna talk about he's been working with obviously some Raptorium stuff. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit, I guess, about Dynex a little bit.
Yeah, I thought the elephant in the room is going to come up at some point, right?
Yeah. Let's do a little bit about Dynex. So one, you're not there anymore.
No.
What's happening?
So 28th of November, I was informed that my contract for the end of the year wouldn't be renewed. My guess is because of obviously the changes that are going on in Dynex and them heading towards a more traditional stock market option. They don't need the expensive crypto guys anymore. So I mean, I wasn't the only one that was obviously let go over the course of the last few months. Other people have obviously been let go, but they're more related to the crypto side. So obviously, I finished up my contract end of December and we parted ways. So unfortunate as it is, because I was enjoying the work. It was challenging. It was something new that I had to force myself to learn. But, in this day and age where I'm very used to working contract work, I understand that, contracts can come to an end.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you had belief in Dynex and everything too, though.
Sure.
Right? You saw everything they were doing. You saw it, you believed. I know sometimes I used to throw a few shots at Dynex and you DM me right away. Yo, why are you saying trash about Dynex? I was like, I couldn't think of what to say. I'm like, that's just what I think at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah.
You're absolutely right? Everyone, as I've always said, everyone's entitled to opinions that they think at the time. Sometimes they might change those opinions as they go on. Good or bad, goes both ways. But, I still believe in the technology they're building. Doesn't mean that, just because I've no longer employed by them, it doesn't mean that I don't no longer think that the tech is valid and has plenty of use case. It's just unfortunate is that, when you work in contract work, it's something that happens quite frequently.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Agreeable. So they're moving away from crypto. You got let off because they're letting off all the crypto guys. So they're no longer going to be in crypto anymore?
So Paragon was announced, September-ish, that they were looking at doing a stock, it is technically a crypto-tied stock asset, because obviously it's going to be on both types of market, but they're going to be pegged against each other. So either way, one moves, the other remove. But yeah, basically they're heading towards a more traditional sense. And I think from Dynex's perspective, it's probably right. However much I hate saying that, because I'm a miner at heart, the technology is hard to understand for the everyday person. It is, it's almost a niche of a niche, right? Like you've got the niche of compute, and then you've got the niche of quantum or emulated quantum and all of that kind of niche. There's maybe only 20, 25 companies in the world right now messing around with that. So it is a really small area. Obviously growing by the day. Quantum's been one of the biggest growing sort of markets and industries, similar to AI, right? Had an explosion over 2025.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you've got now AI is looking at utilizing quantum or near quantum technology, right? So again, it's going to be another whole new realm of hearing about new AI software.
So interesting. So Dynex is moving to traditional stock market stuff. So
yeah,
they actually have products where they want to actually like turn like public sharing.
Yeah. So the idea is that I believe, as Paragon explained it, would be that you would be able to convert that. I believe the investment is 100,000 euros, the equivalent of. I don't know quite exactly all the details because obviously I'm no longer there, but I guess the idea was that if it was at all-time high, right, $1.39, I believe it was, then you would need 83 to 85,000 Dynex to be able to convert over to a stock option that's tied to a more traditional market that doesn't fluctuate nearly as hard. So of course, I would be able to give more information, but unfortunately I haven't been, there for the last, nearly a month now. So
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, all-time high, November 20th, 2023,
Yeah.
2 years ago, $1.36.
Well, I mean, they posted publicly that nobody was going to be, out of pocket. So whether you got in at the high or you got in at a low, my only guess then would be, and this is a very logical approach to it, right? If you can't track every single one purchase, because it's not possible, right? Because it's not like a decentralized exchange where it's all bolted to your wallet and ins and outs are all there. They'll never be able to know what you're paying. So chances are they're going to have to just set it at all-time high price, because that covers everyone then, whether they got in high or low.
Oh, wow. So that's how they're going to start. That's how they're going to, that's interesting.
So, because obviously on a traditional stock market, you can set, or at least within a reasonable tolerance, you can set where you want it to go up on the market.
Okay.
Obviously,
so like what's going to happen to their crypto coin then?
Well, that's a good question, right? So I believe the understanding is they put out some information a couple of days ago. I saw on their Medium page, and I'd highly recommend everyone go and read that if you've got Dynex, because it's important that you understand what's happening. Because if you don't have a large investment and you have a very small investment, you're either going to need to look for like an investment pool where it's a group of people investing together, or you're going to need to obviously get out like before the deadlines. They're going to put out a deadline when the conversion starts and stops and what the conversion rates will be. I don't know any of that, but I'm just waiting around like the rest of us to find out whether I need to start moving around funds, or do I need to just go through the process and then take a stock option at the end of it.
Yeah, like, because I'm curious, you said they could just set the stock option at
Well, to a
all-time
certain
high?
degree, they can do it within a certain tolerance, I believe. But that's all to do with how the technology is, who their initial investment's going to be from. Because if a big investor comes along and says, I want to buy up 40% of all the shares, then it's going to move that price immediately. It's a very different trading stocks. I don't deal with all of that. I've got a money guy for me now. I only did it once and I lost a lot of money. So I was just like, nah, I'd rather pay some.
So this is, it's crazy. So like if they end up jacking the price up at some point, this is going to be a timing thing. You really got to watch, pay attention, possible timing. Because if people got in at the low, like right now or something, and they ended up jacking it up for when it's released, you could make a ton of money.
But it's also going to be a KYC process as well. So there's also that to think
stock
about.
markets,
Like some people don't like that
stuff.
option, and therefore you've not got much of a choice.
For sure. But if you're moving to a stock market, like everything when it comes to stocks is KYC.
Yeah, it's all got to be done above board.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
But all of the information is on their Medium. Their Medium pages are all full of what they're doing, how they're doing it, and what the latest news is.
So the Dynex crypto will essentially be gone.
Be phased out, yeah.
Yeah, phased out. So anyone holding Dynex, there's going to be no more Dynex when it comes to when everything's said and done. Dynex will be gone off the blockchain.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So you're saying something about dedicated hardware, something like how...
Yeah.
So what is happening at that point? Like,
so that's something I can talk about because I had a large amount of input on that. That's the Apollo card. So a lot of people were genuinely right when they first heard about Apollo. Was they were skeptical that we could build a piece of hardware in a year, right? The thing is, we'd actually been developing the Apollo tech for more than a year. It was announced 1 year in advance of being released. They recently took it.
That's
they recently took it to an event.
That.
So and showcased it at McKinsey. So Yeah, I mean, I was going to be one of the first to have an access to get one of those. Originally, that was the plan, and then I was going to obviously do technical breakdowns, videos, and such for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as soon as they release, I'm still going to go and buy one.
So this Apollo thing's a dedicated machine. So what's all in it? So like this is almost like a dedicated. I don't want to say ASIC miner, but it's
silicon.
It's a piece of hardware that is for Dynex.
Yeah, it's actually their own silicon. They're actually having their own wafer stuff and everything like that. I think it's down at 14 nanometer at the moment. Obviously, as they go further into their dev curve, it will go down to, I believe, 6. They'll go down to.
What's current
and then probably go
They're
from there.
6 or 4 or something.
Yeah. My idea would be that they probably stop at 4 nanometer because it doesn't actually need to go like stupidly thin. So, but it's all their own silicon design from ground up.
Okay, so someone has a question there. What happened to Light, the photonic? I think it was. That's what you're talking about right now. The A6 for Dynex Promise. So you saying the Light version, or
so the photonic idea we quickly realized wasn't probably going to work in the same way as we wanted it to, which is why we basically were able to do the exact same as what Dynex does on chain when it's actually doing its calculations with its own silicon pathways and onboard cache and everything like that. So everything they learn by running it in the chain, they were able to effectively build into a dedicated piece of hardware. And technically that dedicated piece of hardware is an ASIC. It's an application specific circuit.
Yeah, like that's what I was meaning. Like I didn't want to actually call it an ASIC because they're going into this public stock thing and they're doing this compute stuff. So maybe it's just like
it's not for blockchain though. It's an ASIC for quantum calculation.
But it's still a dedicated thing only for Dynex. So technically, it is an ASIC, especially that'll really relate to the crypto miners out there.
I believe they're already making offers to companies to buy them, but they're not open to the general public to buy just yet. So.
That's interesting. So Dynex is essentially going now. Early rumors, like I don't know if it's public, not allowed to talk about. I remember hearing some things a long time ago, like when Dynex first opened up. Remember they had that FPGA issue, something going on with FPGAs. Now, was that actually FPGAs? Because I heard other things and like some actual FPGAs, or a lot of the FPGA devs are talking. They're claiming that was actually early X3 Kryptonite ASICs that used to be for Monero before Monero forked around to Mex. Do you know anything about that?
So right at the very beginning,
yeah.
So I actually have one of the original Dynex ASICs that were not ASICs. It's an FPGA. It's reprogrammable, so it's definitely an FPGA. But basically, I have one of the originals that were used for the initial development curve before they even went blockchain. I actually have it next to me. Actually. It's over there. But yeah, basically, what it looks like is original Dynex code, or the code base was Kryptonite. They've made no hide of that. It was. And then there was some ASICs on the network. This was a bit before I sort of was around in Dynex.
Yeah, it was before you were there.
Before. But
I
believe
remember
they
a big deal going on about it.
I believe they were. And then that's the reason why Dynex's max supply went from 100 to 110 million, because they wanted to return effectively without rolling the chain back, but effectively be able to return around 10 million that were distributed in that time. Gotcha.
Interesting. So they're Kryptonite X3 Monero A6 found a home for a little while. That's crazy. Yeah. Alrighty, so Dynex is changing and blockchain is changing. We got to keep an eye on that to figure out what the heck, because I don't know how many coins I got, a couple thousand maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but got to keep an eye on that for sure. So next up here, so you're no longer working with Dynex, now you are with Raptorium.
Yeah, I mean, a few of the guys at Raptorium reached out to me when they found out I was available. Checked to make sure that obviously it was fine from a contract standpoint of view, because obviously blockchain to blockchain, I didn't want them to have a problem with that. Dynex only had held me for quantum jobs, so I was free to work in the blockchain environment still.
Okay.
So yeah, basically the guys over at Raptorium said, why don't you come and build over here and give us some of your expertise over to what we're doing. So
Nice.
yeah, it's interesting. It's certain things that I've never done before, working with assets and smart nodes and all of those things I've not really been exposed to with working for Dynex, but it's been good fun.
Yeah, like you're getting the experience. You're going from Dynex doing whatever they were doing to now Raptorium and seeing different versions of the blockchain with the assets, smart nodes, all this stuff, proof of work. And yeah, you're getting a lot of experience in this whole ecosystem just in general. That's really, something good for the resume.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of, a lot of us, we don't hear a lot of news about Raptorium at the moment, or at least big news. But that's because they've been so busy building what they're getting ready. We're looking at
That's a good thing.
New Block Explorer very soon. I'm obviously developing the new Electron wallet, so that's pretty much 95% done. The Explorer's a good 95% done. They've got Raptor coming as well, which takes advantage of all their assets to do intellectual property traceability, which is an awesome bit of tech that they're working on.
Nice.
And then obviously there's certain preliminary talks around some other bits of tech. I did check before I came on stream to at least make sure that I was okay to talk about it, so I am.
Yeah. You don't want to accidentally step on toes.
Yeah, I didn't want to obviously get in trouble first stream for obviously RTM. I didn't want to obviously tread on any toes. But the other things we've got coming is something that obviously, given that they've already got enabled assets, the one thing that I at least built a minimal viable product or an MVP. If you ever hear me say MVP, it means minimal viable product. In a dev department, that would be like pre-alpha kind of thing. It's just a proof of concept effectively. But I showed Big Piggy literally 2 days ago a minimal viable product for Raptorium name services. So it runs like ENS or Ethereum name services, where you can buy your own .rtm domain and bond it to your RTM wallet. So you could have rabid.rtm as your actual wallet.
Oh, interesting. That's my wallet address, huh?
Now,
Huh.
I've actually built a test MVP in the last couple of days to actually test that out on the test net.
That's actually pretty sweet. Instead of having this big thing, what's your address? Rabid.rtm.
Yep.
Sweet.
I think it opens the door for alternatives as well, that in theory, you could quite happily have other extensions as well. But that's all got to be bolted into the smart nodes for DNS resolving, so that obviously you get outside internet access to it as well. So if you wanted to host an IPFS fully decentralized website on your own .rtm domain, you could, because it's going to transverse over our RTM's DNS services within the smart nodes.
So they're moving into domains and everything on the smart nodes?
Well, I mean, the assets are there to make use of. We certainly can. And there's a few other things that obviously are in the pipeline around assets that come into quite an interesting area. Obviously, that's very much related to Raptor and intellectual property. So that's going to be fascinating. They're doing some interesting work there, and they're talking to some interesting and rather large companies as well around Raptor. So it's really fascinating.
I know they were working and doing some stuff with Microsoft and getting some dev tools and stuff there.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. And then, yeah. I don't know, as long as they're building, it'll be nice to see, another cycle or two. Might be nice to see Raptorium just boom.
Well, I mean,
out of nowhere.
We certainly, I could show you a nice screenshot if you'd like of the new. Let me send you a screenshot over Discord a minute, or I can just share my screen. Either one, it doesn't really matter. But
that doesn't matter. You should be able to share your screen. We'll let you. Okay.
Yep. 1 second. Let me. Where is it? There we go.
No, I gotta okay something here. Yeah, right here. There we go.
So this is the new Raptorium. So let me just move this out of the way a minute. So this is the new Raptorium Explorer that the guys are working on.
Okay.
Hans is the one that's working on that, and he's been non-stop on this thing for weeks getting it right. So that's obviously one big part that's coming. It's super smooth. It doesn't crash anymore, which is a big thing.
No crashing. That's good.
It can handle the volume of traffic that obviously the Explorer does get from all people, checking transactions. You've got people's got scripts running to track their own, ins and outs. And so you'd be surprised how busy a block Explorer gets. So this has got heavy load build set in mind. So, tens of thousands running on this, all pulling data at the same time. It's super slick. And then I suppose I could just dip this into the screen as well.
Oh yeah, you got the wallet thing there.
The screen as well. So this is obviously the new RTM Electron wallet. So this is actually using the very latest of the latest tech from Electron. This is like the main base core for Electron. The latest update was released 33 days ago, and it's built directly from that. So I believe it'll be one of the most newest Electron wallets out there for sure, because a lot of them are running on such old tech that they become a little bit dangerous to run because they're vulnerable.
Oh boy.
And me being the paranoid that I am, it was just like, I'm not building on old tech, so ground up. Basically, this doesn't have any code from anywhere else. This is completely 100% ground up.
Yeah, nice. Jockwick Miner here asked, are the RTM APIs publicly available?
Yes. For the Block Explorer, yes. Yeah, they are, and they will be. So on the new Block Explorer, you can see that literally you've got the API here. It all loads up. I can't obviously load it up because it'll give away the test URL that we're running at the minute. Once it goes live, obviously you guys will be able to just click API and it'll just show you everything you need to see.
Yeah, and the major thing with that Electron wallet is you're not running like the original. You have to run your own node, download the blockchain. Sometimes updates you have to bootstrap. So none of that anymore. It's there.
It just connects
lightweight, loads up.
It connects to a node, and this this has three-way working, right? So when you set it up, you will see that it's got a primary RPC and a backup RPC, right? If you don't put anything in those, it will actually fail over to Raptorium's own RPC. So you don't actually have to run your own node. But if you would like to, you can actually have a primary and a failover.
So you have the option rock your own node and do your transactions, or you could just use the default.
So in the transactions, obviously, we got a built-in address book system. So obviously, that's why you can see that there's some names there, not wallets, because they're obviously from me and Fudweiser doing testing.
Fud, I see that,
yeah, Mr. Fudweiser has been helping me do all the testing for the Electron wallet, and also the new RTM trivia bot that we've been building together.
Nice.
Yeah, like I say, the man's been busy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Been busy, not just working in real life, actually putting in the effort with lending a hand with me and doing test runs on such. Going backwards and forwards, test after test. Man's a hard worker, like cracks the whip every 5 minutes on me.
Oh, here we go. Round of
Yeah.
applause for Budweiser.
Yeah. But like I say, we've been doing this now since what, just around 3 weeks now. The Electron wallet. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Nice,
bad
nice.
for 3 weeks. And then the only bits that are left to finish is obviously the assets area, which you can see here. That's actually, I've got most of it working. It's just sending and burning that are left to fix.
Okay.
So you can create a new asset straight from the wallet, whether it be an NFT or a reissuable fungible token, like a subclass of like a layer 2 token. So this is effectively a layer 2 token called Electron.
Okay, sweet. Layer 2 stuff happening. So Doc McMiner has a follow-up there to that question about the APIs is, so I could embed those APIs into my own VS Code project?
100% you could. Yeah, 100% you can. That's actually how we do some of the transactional history within the wallet. So because obviously it's a lightweight wallet and all you've got is access to your effectively your private key or the WIF, which is your private key encrypted. There's certain aspects of the wallet you can't use because of it being a lightweight wallet. So we trick the system a little bit by basically pinging and Raptorium's APIs to do it.
All right. So Moms here says, is there a replacement for inodes for Raptorium and Nexo nodes, or do we have to make our own node? And right now, I think the only option is really make your own node. So you got to have enough coins.
No, I can actually answer that.
Oh, there's a new version.
So from a Raptorium perspective, Raptorium has some node providers now that are available.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe there's 2 currently. I'm not sure about the Octa if they're offering those, but I definitely know those two, the 2 that are in their Discord right now.
Because I remember one guy I used to talk to him quite a bit when iNodes was first starting up, and he did.
Yep.
And I can't remember his name and if he's still doing it, but I wonder, that's probably one of them, I imagine.
Yeah, I actually haven't spoke to many of the node providers, but I think it's Sully Node and Pecunia.
Yes, that's who it is. Sully Nodes.
Yeah,
that's
and
who I was talking
Pecunia
to.
is the other one.
So he's still going. He's still good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Sully Nodes is still available. So that's good to know. Good to know. I got to get back in contact with them and get the word out for some of you guys that need possible node hosting.
If anyone needs any help, going through doing them like a master node, obviously. Piggy just sent me a message saying Sully shut down. Oh, okay. So that means Pecunia is the only one that's available.
Okay. No more Sully. No more Sully.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure FUD would lend a hand to anyone who gets stuck. The man's been fairly busy. Oh, okay. Piggy just corrected me again. He said there's also Node Hub, apparently.
Node Hub?
Yeah, Node Hub and Pecunia is the 2 that are available for Raptorium.
Oh yeah, I use Pecunia, but I wonder if people are wondering about consolidating nodes, not having the coins, because you know what I mean? Like how iNodes, you only had 20,000 coins, 500, whatever, until you had enough, because people that don't have enough coins to run own nodes, because Pecunia and stuff, you need to have the full amount of coins to do it.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So is there a platform
that's a good question.
Was like iNodes,
no,
I think is what their question was, I think, but I'm not 100%
Sherm's
sure.
just actually in your chat now, actually. He's answering questions as well. So there you go. He just said nodehub.io also does nodes, but only full nodes, though, not shared nodes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So Moms there, were you curious about shared nodes or full nodes? That's what we need to know, because I use Pecunia. I got 2 nodes in Pecunia still. They've been there for a couple of years. But yeah, I use Pecunia there, but because there's enough coins. There's no shared nodes that I'm available since iNodes disappeared. That I know of, off the top of my head.
No, I don't think there's any fractional node in hosting at the moment. I have reached out to iNodes to see if there's maybe something we can do about that. But we're a long way from anything being discussed yet.
Yeah, because I don't know. His bill was like,
oh, it's a large bill. It's a
Mhm.
large bill, I can guarantee you. For the amount of
Oh, yeah.
nodes that he was probably running, it was a very large bill.
He was running like almost half the chain's worth of nodes or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of nodes.
So it's a lot of infrastructure to be covering. So, but yeah, the idea is so to make life easier. The one thing that we've already found out very quickly is that setting up like a proper master node is not as straightforward as it could be. So with the new wallet, I'm going to build it so that instead of having to fill in all these boxes here, right? What you'll be able to do is just select the hosting provider that you would like to do it through, and then it will go off and do the rest for you.
Oh wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
so
actually
no more
reach out to
going
each of
back
them
and forth, copy and paste in the transaction, and the tax fees.
Just click a button.
Nice. Wow. And that's in the Electron wallet?
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. I need to I'm gonna need to get when that's all ready to go. I'm gonna have to. I think I can't remember for a third node. I need another
1.8 mil, 1.8 million Raptorium for a
and I think I'm like 500,000 or 600,000 short of a third node. So I might try to get some coins, and when that's ready, use that to showcase how to set up a new node. So,
yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, I also know that people have infrastructure that they've set up on other systems, right? So my worry is, how do you then monitor that from this, right? And there's going to be an option here for like watching other nodes that aren't technically yours because they don't belong to your wallet set, because you've done it in other wallets or the QT wallet and so forth, right? So, but the way that I want to do it is so that anyone like yourself who has a couple of nodes, or FUD who has a couple of nodes already pre-set up, you'll be able to add those into your wallet to watch.
Okay, cool. And then
so that you can backfill, basically.
Fully Electric says, what about your own local node? So yeah, you can use your own local node as well and just do the one-click thing if you have the IP in there, or what?
Eventually, I will write a piece of code that will effectively deploy master nodes if we need to, and smart nodes. We can do it. We've got a couple of other things in the pipeline. There's actually a maybe a small announcement in regards to Yeti audits in a second as well. But yeah, we'll be able to do a one-click deploy. I've already built a deployable bootstrap mechanism for deploying your own normal nodes for Raptorium, and it'll bootstrap it for you.
Interesting.
I've got a Linux one and a Windows PowerShell script already wrote up. So
yeah, Umbrel's getting pretty popular. Is it possible to also, like Fully Electric is asking there, like, could you make an Umbrel app?
I mean, I probably could.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems more people are picking up Umbrel now with the Bitcoin nodes and stuff. Retro Mike, like, I'm not sure if you're aware what he recently did, with his own I guess third-party GitHub Umbrel store. You can link to his apps, and he has Doge app, mining core, stuff like that in there to just set up your own solo pools with Dogecoin. And
so it's no different than using Docker containers, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So like he's been setting that up. So like I mean,
I'm happy to do it.
I wonder if there's a Raptorium function we could add into Umbrel as well. Like, because more people are getting popular and utilizing this Umbrel because it's so easy for them, that I think the more us as a community can get added into that could help add more decentralization across the board on multiple coins. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, I agree. I mean, if people want me to deploy it on different platforms and package managers and Dockers and so forth, I certainly can. It's not a problem at all. I can do a wallet installation as well, built into Docker if we really wanted to.
Yeah. So I guess that answers fully electric is yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean the other big benefit for this wallet is this part as well. Being able to not have to worry about changing wallets every 5 seconds. You can just log out back to the main screen and go and load a different wallet.
Oh yeah, nice.
So it actually holds, I tested generating 250 wallets and had it listed in here. So it goes to like 10 and then starts to become scrollable. So, but once we got it for the 3 main OSs, right? So Windows, Linux, and Mac. My next part is to port this over for Android and iOS.
Oh, sweet.
So it will become a proper full-blown available app.
Yeah, you get this on your phones now too.
Yeah.
You can track and Raptorium anywhere you are.
Yeah.
Next up, we just need some adoption and watch Raptorium fly.
Well, I mean, there is also basically a opportunity as well to add in the option for Yeti Auditor. Me and Piggy have been discussing this for a while now, about actually having an auditor node on the network. And if you were running those auditor networks, like they're like the smart nodes basically, and they would get a certain proportion of every audit that the system runs. We're just working out the financials, how we'll split that, and all the technical side. But it's an interesting concept.
So how would that work? Like run an audit, like.
So you upload your request to Yeti Audits to do a coin that's just come out.
Oh, so it's nothing to Raptor. It could be totally different coins, and you can get your audit. You can audit it through your program by yourself.
Correct. You'll be actually
that's awesome. Actually,
you'll actually be able to book the audit directly from the wallet, and then have it return your audit via IPFS on a decentralized manner directly back to you.
So there's a use case and something being built on Raptorium. It's Yeti audits.
Yeah,
audits. That's what you're saying. So say Bitcoin 3 comes out, and no one wants to download the wallet, so we can run it through your audit thing through on Raptorium.
Yeah.
And okay, well, it's good. We can put it on our computer.
Yeah. I mean,
nice.
It gives a real reason for an app to make use of all the decentralized services. You're going to need the assets as an immutable record for when the audit was done. You want IPFS to store all of that so you can go download it later or look at it on a website. Like it's going to be available to pay in Raptorium and USDT. So, it'll give Raptorium actual transactions that are useful again, right? For now, Raptorlock's about to push that up as well. And then we're also going to look at seeing if we can put the intellectual property rights for the system I'm building for Yeti Audits through Raptorlock. So that it effectively protects its own software using the internal RTM software.
You guys have been busy.
Yeah. I mean, I only technically joined at the beginning of December, like to work on Raptorium stuff, right? So, and I haven't really, other than doing the wallet, I did the rest of it. Like a lot of it's already been in the pipeline. It's just I joined right at the perfect time when everything's about to release, kind of thing. I get all the enjoyment of seeing just a few weeks before, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
The
final rollouts and checking.
Yeah, it's quite fun, like being able to see what else that they're working on.
Sweet. Jock McMiner here says audit sounds familiar, like Zephyr. Now it's not like Zephyr where they're auditing the coins. This is where how we're always like, oh, a new coin emerged. Like you go to Bitcoin talk forums and a new coin emerged. You're like, oh great, we're all about to get scammed or something. And you could actually take the wallet yourself and instead of messaging or DMing Yeti saying, hey, Yeti, check our wallet. I don't want to download or something. You could check it yourself by going to Raptorium and doing the audit there yourself. And that way,
Yes.
it'll tell you if the wallet has malware, viruses, it has something to keylog and steal other wallet.dats. It'll give you the okay if you can use that wallet or not. So that's game changing. You can do your own wallet checks before you install stuff onto your computer, and you're doing it through Raptorium.
The actual audit is going to go like quite extensive. It's going to have recommendations in it as well to the specific token, that then you can obviously pass that over. If I know that Techman Ty always keeps asking for friend coin off me every time that we're in stream. He always asks me when. So now he'll be able to just do it himself, kind of thing. Yeah.
Nice. Makes it nice.
It'll also encourage networks, or I'd like to hope so, that it would I'd like to hope that it might encourage more networks to especially if it's not outrageously priced, right? As it's not a be all and end all audit, right? I want people to understand that the idea of auditing software is never supposed to be a be all and end all, one and done. Auditing is supposed to be regular. I know that Zapirate will understand that comment more than most, right? He works in that sort of tech space. So he understands that, audits are a regular occurrence, usually at least once a year. But in crypto, stuff moves on so fast that shouldn't it be maybe once every 3 months that certain code should be checked? Well, wouldn't it be cool if we can build it in such a way that you could literally automate that and just send your data over to the service every 3 months and have it just automatically checked and sent back to you?
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I see Panda's back here. He must not have been able to sleep, or he drank a cup of coffee or something.
There you go. Pirate said audits are boring paperwork mountains. You're absolutely right, Pirate. Unfortunately, though, my tech is probably going to, make the Pirate redundant. But then again, you always need somebody to check the computers.
Yeah, that's true.
Outright. So, it would just be that he'd become a data checker then. But
nice.
Audits are one of the most boringest things to have to do, but they should be done regularly.
Yeah.
And crypto software doesn't get audited nearly enough, in my view.
Oh, probably not. No, not
like
at all.
How many people just download a wallet, were completely naive, just thinking, oh, that'll work, and just run it.
For sure. Exactly. Like I do that sometimes. I'm like, all right, but like I use a node box or something where I'm like, all right, there's some other sketchy rug pulled coins on here, so I'm just gonna put it on this little PC here. But
but you can see what I mean. Like, so many people don't, that it's almost like a case of saying, well, here's a tool that isn't going to be outrageously expensive for the everyday user, and it's going to break it out in a way that everyone understands, right? There's going to be some nice charts on there, some more tech nerdy kind of parts, but majority of it will have like an overview sheet that just says that passed or failed, what the worries are, what you should and shouldn't do, and then obviously the next page will be for the more nerdy of us that want to actually know the ins and outs. 99 viewers, guys, 48 likes. Smash that like button. What's going on here? Crypto's gonna crash if you don't do that. So you guys, it's all on you. If you want crypto to keep going up, hit that like button. Just saying. Yeah, see, there's another one of our team of auditors, Serpent over there. He's done many an audit. I'm sure he will be the first to agree that crypto projects don't audit nearly enough. Not even close. For sure. Need some audits happening. Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept, right? And just another nice application to run on Raptorium. Raptorium is for sure. It's nice seeing stuff built on it, and that's as it might not explode everywhere, but as home miners, like we're looking for new coins and stuff all the time. Like we never know what's gonna happen, and it's nice because people used to have to DM you or put in a request somewhere. Yep. And then a week later, maybe you finally see it, or depending if you're busy or not. Now, don't get me wrong. If something like monumentally flags up in the system, I am going to have it so that I actually go and look at it myself and add notes to the the actual report kind of thing.
Yeah,
mainly because I know that sometimes, it's many days before somebody even realizes there's a problem. So we want to make sure we can actually add extra bits to it later on.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. And then I don't know, I forget what I was gonna say, but that's pretty sweet. That's awesome. It sounds like Raptorium obviously has a bunch more things on the pipeline as well. So it's nice to hear that we knew they were building from all the time. So it's just nice that, we're hearing some of the stuff that they're doing. And, it sounds pretty exciting. Now we just have to wait another cycle or something. And hopefully we'll see some price discovery.
It'd be nice. Like, ultimately that's what we're all here for, right?
Yeah.
We're not doing it for just for fun. We are trying to push something and a project towards the right direction.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
especially with the projects these days that are giving miners the middle finger and saying, well, we're just going to go to proof of stake.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and then it doesn't help with the amount of scams and rugs that Solana has at the moment. That's not healthy. Yeah. We used to see rugs all the time. Don't get me wrong. You've been around long enough, Rabid. You've seen probably
there's lots of rugs out there for sure. But it's like they're picking up.
Like the amount that are on just Solana now because of the new ways that they've got for deployable options to just within 10 minutes deploy something on Solana. Like it's not good and not healthy. Oh, look who it is.
Yes.
Nuclear power plant miner right there.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What's going on, Rod?
Yes. Yeah, I just want to say hello. Because
hello, welcome.
Nice.
It's been a while.
I just caught your DMs and sent me the link to the stream. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, here. It's like, I'll probably miss it again or something.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I always miss it.
So yeah, you're going to trivia tonight, Rabid.
I don't know. We'll see. What time is it usually? I don't know. I'm usually always busy or something, and I'm trying to pick up the video, so I don't know. I might be busy, but we'll see. Maybe I'll pop in.
Maybe. I know that part.
I'm pretty sure that Fudd will know the exact time that the trivia is on.
Oh, yeah,
12 o'clock at night over here.
Oh, so 11 p.m. my time then.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. 6 p.m. EST.
Oh.
Yeah, so 11 p.m. my time. Yeah.
Rod never sleeps, I don't think.
Oh, he sleeps. Oh, he sleeps.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Very little.
A little bit.
Very little. 10 p.m. UK. Trivia's in 5 hours. 5 hours? So right now it's noon here. So at 5 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Okay. First time. That Scafer says, first time he's seen red putts. I think it's first time a lot of people seen red putts. First time I have. Hey, Red. It's awesome. And what do we have here? New Raptorium Electrum wallet. Oh, when? Someone's asking, when will the new wallet? What's your timeline that you think, it's going to slowly start being rolled out?
So we're already privately beta testing it. If you're in Raptorium's Discord, if you drop Binariah a message, he'll add you to the group for the closed beta testing. But public beta should be out as soon as I finish up the assets. And then full release will be once we've got the smart nodes done. So there's the last two areas.
Is the current betas and closed betas, open beta, is that for just like testnet or is that open for?
No. That's actually on mainnet.
That's mainnet. Okay.
That's mainnet.
So you can actually use it on mainnet right now.
Yeah. It's completely usable right now. It's completely usable right now. It's just not for assets. Assets and smart nodes are the only part not working at the moment.
All right, I gotta get that signed up for that then. Well, you sent me the links the other day.
Yeah, I'll send you the links. Although if you give me a little bit of time, I'll compile you the very latest.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll wait.
So you can really test it.
Then. Yeah, awesome. So how do I know they can't steal my coins, Rabid?
Yeah. How?
Yusuf wants to know. Now that you're doing all this stuff, are you gonna steal all his private keys and coins?
No, because the keys are all. So obviously, all of the Electron wallet is all done using encryption methods that are very high end. So they're all using the very latest SECP 256K1 package for elliptical curve hashing. So it's right up there with the highest encryption tech for what we're doing. Everything is stored locally. We don't send anything off your system. Think of the lightweight wallet like you basically sign the transactions with your private key so that you don't have to run a node, you don't have to run a local wallet. It is just connecting directly to chain to sign with your packs. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so it's all secure. They don't have access to your private keys or anything, and you don't have to worry.
It's full self-custody.
Yeah.
It's full self-custody. There's nothing that is hosted off service.
So this Jock Miner says SEC-KP what?
Yeah, this one. That one.
That one what? What's on? Oh,
SECP 256K1. It's for elliptical curve hashing.
Okay, whatever that means. But that's what it is. Oh, Serpent
It's
said
what
it.
most would recommend bare minimum that you use for anything that is like this. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how far we've already got with it. It's pretty good, but it'll be even better once we've got the assets and smart nodes in there, because it'll be a full unified platform at that point, with Yeti Auditor eventually ending up in there as well. So you'll be able to just pay for an audit, and all you're going to have to do is click sign transaction. It will come out of your wallet directly to the Yeti Auditor to pay for its service, to then pay for its transactions and such. All hands off.
Awesome. Nice stuff happening there.
It's impressive.
I gotta check my wallet, see how many coins I need for another node. I don't even know where my wallet is.
It's RTM.balance. You can see it popping up.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could check the Explorer and not have to sync my entire wallet. Gotta find my wallet address.
Yeah, see, that's the other good thing about the Electron wallet, is that it being a lightweight wallet, you don't have to download an entire blockchain.
Yeah, I sunk it up again, I think a couple of weeks ago, just so I don't have to wait forever all the time, but we'll see here.
Oh, look, there's Techman Ty, right? Just the man I was talking about. The one man who every time I mention Yeti audits will turn around and say FriendCoin.
Oh, yeah. So how long have you been here, Techman? Have you heard most of the stuff that's been happening? Let's see what he says here. I don't know how long he's been here. Talk about master nodes.
But yeah, the assets and smart nodes and everything like that, what we'll do is once they're ready, probably send over some screenshots and some guides on how to do it, but then we'll probably get you to maybe do a little instruction video for anyone who might not understand it.
Yeah, we'll get something figured out there.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, people are asking for videos on how to do that, so yeah, I'll figure something out.
Sure.
Tech Fan says, yeah, I've been fixing in and off. So I'm not sure if you heard it then. So I don't know if you heard the part where you've been asking for FriendCoin audits, and so Yeti is building his Yeti audits on the Raptorium blockchain, and it's going to allow users like yourself, me, whoever, you see a new wallet, let's use FriendCoin for an example, you can go there yourself, send it in there, and actually get the wallet audited yourself. So that's awesome.
Oh, he's just put about time. That's great.
Yeah, about time. About time you're doing something. Just kidding. Well, that's awesome. No, that is great. I think that'll help a lot of people out for sure. Because there have been people who downloaded a wallet, and I can't remember some of them, but it went in and it like searched their computers for other wallet.dat files, and it took all their coins. Raptorium, some people lost Raptorium from that, having bad wallets and stuff, and other ones that use that same type of, you know, file structure. So obviously this would definitely help people out to prevent that from happening.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I say, the new stuff that we're working on will certainly give it a good reason to run, because we'll be able to check. We were estimating like how many audits it could potentially run every second if we pushed it hard. We do reckon it's probably around 50 audits every second that we could probably run on the equipment. So it's fairly comprehensive.
Someone has a question here. Tempering official. It's about the X5s and stuff here, though. But they say, do you think it's still a good idea to buy an Antminer X5 or X9, or is it too risky? As if a pool gets over 50% network hash rate, Monero may upgrade to random X. So there's a lot of different questions kind of going on in that question. So first off, do you think it's a good idea to buy an X5 or an X9? That's totally up to you. Ultimately, the X5, super popular miner, very limited stock. It's next to impossible to find, obviously, at this point with the Monero pump. But even before Monero pump, people love that miner. Now, it's not an ASIC. It is RISC-V CPUs inside of it, and ultimately is only designed to mine Monero only. Now, other coins that have forked Monero, it did work on those, like Taboo, I believe it was, and Selvium, and a couple other ones. But it doesn't work on other coins like Zeph due to blob sizes and stuff. So Monero, it works 100%, and it'll work on. Now, coming into the X9, you got to keep in mind, people are looking at it right now because Monero's pumping. You're seeing high profits, $50 a day or something crazy. Now, there's a couple things to keep in mind. It's not going to be that profitable when it releases. Most likely in July, about 6 months away from now, Monero and the market is most likely going to be in a bearish scenario, and prices will be low. So that means the miner is also going to be probably a lot cheaper when they finally release. So pre-orders right now are just tapping in on the FOMO. I would urge people not to do that and wait for them to release, because we'll probably see a much lower price. Now, even if it's like hardly profitable at the time, the other thing to keep in mind, if you are purely love Monero and you want to mine it, and I know a lot of people, because what happens every 4 years, Monero seems to pump. We go in the bear market, hash rate drops off, things like that, and your yields pick up. If you truly want to mine Monero, I would say the X9 is, you can't compete with it with a, like this thing is $5,000 right now, and it is way better than a $20,000 brand new Epic that AMD's not even releasing yet. Like, that's how good it is. And to build the same 1 mega hash of hash rate on Monero, which is what the X9 is supposed to do, would cost on 7950Xs without, before even RAM prices exploded, would be around $47,000. This thing's coming in at $5,000. On top of that, if you were to build 7950X CPUs, the power you would use is around 7,400 watts or something. And this thing is doing 1 mega hash at only 2,400 watts. Absolutely insane monster. Like, if you want to mine Monero, you want this miner, hands down. Random X V2 is coming. It doesn't matter on the pool, 50%, anything like that. Random X V2 is coming. It's guaranteed. We might see a testnet as early as this month to see how the hash rates are. Fully Electric, he has an X5. I don't have mine anymore, sadly, but he can give us some hash rates on how much is kind of nerfed there. But the point of that is, they have to nerf this thing 50, 60, 70% just to kind of be on par with CPUs. This thing is still going to dominate Monero mining and they're only guessing about a 30% nerf right now. So it's still going to be the absolute best thing on the market when it comes to Monero. It's that good before the nerf. And Random XV2, it's not going to hurt it that much. It's still going to mine, and they declared that it's still going to mine. It's not going to brick it, and it's still going to be a dominant miner. As for the 50% network hash rate, that comes down to the pool. And, you know, most pools, they're not going to do it. The only pool that, all the pools out there are legit. You know, like you got Nano Pools and, you know, Support XMR and Monero Ocean and whatever else. They're not going to attack the network if they get close to 50%. Most people that mine Monero, they push to use F2 pool anyway, and you should be running your own decentralized pool mining network yourself with your own node to help with Monero. Monero is one of the most decentralized networks out there when it comes to cryptocurrencies, because they're really trying to push it. Even normal community members just move to this pool, whatever. But for the most part, the only person that has been negatively affecting Monero is Cubic, as they have been openly saying they've been attacking it because all the people have been moving there and they can do whatever they want. So Cubic does attack Monero, but when it comes to the pool itself, that has nothing to do with V2 or anything. So the quick sum up, the X9, it's going to be a beast. If you want Monero, you're probably most likely going to want that miner. V2 is coming. It's going to nerf it a bit. It's supposed to bring up the efficiency of newer CPUs and just to bring them closer together. But I do feel the X9 is still going to dominate. Right now, the pre-orders are in, and I think the price will be down when it finally releases. So we'll probably see these a lot cheaper in the future when they actually release. So hopefully that kind of answers your questions there.
Well, the other one is if they nerf it with the V2, how long before firmware benefits and the fact that it's a RISC-V architecture, which means that they can upgrade it?
Yeah, see, that's an interesting perspective as well. Now, I think Bitmain has a chance to do something pretty amazing and crazy here. But the thing is, they never did it with the X5, and it's pretty much the same
missed
thing.
The trick. I think they missed the trick with that.
Yeah, except they the X9 is just the newer version of the X5, pretty much more efficient chips. But if they found out a way, like it's supposed to be programmable, it's CPUs. In theory, you would think it should be able to do most of this stuff. Now, I don't know how they were running the RAM though, also across multiple. I don't know what all they were doing there. But anyway, if they found a way where it runs like an FPGA, say, like firmware, I want to mine Monero, I'm going to load this firmware. I want to mine, XDEG or, some other coin, I'm going to load this coin's firmware. If they figure out how to do that, that would be freaking insane, amazing. But the thing is, they said the same thing before. It's an XMR miner. They also said RISC-V, programmable, all this stuff. But they never did that. They didn't even get it to work on Zeph when Zeph was the dominant coin when the X5 released. They just kept it on Monero and Monero only. So that's the part I'm up in the air about. They claim it's programmable type of thing, but will they actually do it? There's a good chance that they won't at all. So just keep in mind, if you're buying this thing, it's for Monero.
For you, if there was another competitor to XMR in that space, do you think they would suddenly open it up?
Now competitor as in, well,
so like something comparable in size. That was
it's possible they would. There's no other CPU coin that is the same value as that. Let's just kind of.
Well, I don't think there's anything that's even close to that profitability either, right?
Yeah, well, there is, in profit wise, we can see there's actually 3 coins more profitable than Monero right now. We can see Monero right now is making $1 on a 7950X, 22 kilohash, 142 watts. We're making $1.04 on Monero, 64 cents after power. QRL, Atika, and XDEG are both more in profitability than Monero right now, but there's small chains that they cannot take in that hash rate. Yeah, so one X9, say, going onto these coins, if they made that firmware available to mine them, it just destroy the network right there because they're so small. So in terms of emissions, there isn't really anything on the CPU side close to what Monero is. But in terms of profitability, there are coins more profitable than Monero.
So Pirates just put a really good comment in your chat that makes absolute sense, that they would probably make a different version of it, the 9B or something, so that they can sell a whole load more.
There you go. That sounds like Bitmain.
That sounds very Bitmain. That really does.
Yeah, that sounds like Bitmain. Oh man, yeah, they would definitely do that. Why would they make one miner that could mine all these coins and they could sell multiple miners for multiple coins?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
But I guess we just have to wait and see, because they never did anything on the X5. Oh, Yusuf found an X5 for sale for $31.99. Interesting. And so he did find one available. Order it up, see if you actually get it and if it works or not. Oh man.
Yeah, they're very fragile.
When they first released, though, they were only like what, $2,100? The X5?
Yeah. But they weren't the very first batch out the box like really fragile. They were just spontaneously, wrecking themselves.
Yeah, a lot of people I never had an issue with mine. Mine never blew up, which is, and I got
you're lucky.
Like I got mine. Like had one of the first ones out there, and that's crazy. And it's like everyone else after that, they had a hash board go down within hours to weeks.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, months, no issue on mine. So very lucky. I had no problems with mine whatsoever.
Very fortunate in that respect.
Mm-hmm. Why is the OS setup difficult day 3 trying to get my Umbrel node running on Pi OS? What? Why is the OS? The OS setup shouldn't, doing, a Pi. A Pi is a pain. I found I quit. I didn't use a Pi. I tried multiple days reinstalling, reflashing the drive. I found Pis are just a pain in the butt to get Umbrel to work on correctly. You actually got to flash the drive with the install and everything itself for the Pi with the Pi version. Then you load it up and it should do it all by itself. But you have to make sure the Pi is set up to even boot off the drives. If you're using the M2, some you have to install the drivers to even read the M2s and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know what your setup is, so it's kind of hard to do that. But for the most part, I just use the mini PC instead because the Umbrel would always corrupt on me at around 60% of my Bitcoin node, and there's no way around it. I tried so many different tries. The L3++ never die. I know those things last forever. What happened to Rod? Did you leave? Are you done? Oh yeah, you're gone. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed or something. Yeah, feel your pain. I trying Umbrel. Now people are having issues with that. I bought a gold shell byte for $80 today from Jingle Mine. I won a Atari card. They're good. $80. Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah.
One of those things when they first came out, like $600-700. Now it's $80 on Jingle Mining for real. Smash the Jingle Mining link. Oh, what happened? Rudd just come back? No, I heard a noise. I don't know what that was. Interesting. Huh. Don't know what that was. Too much. They were too much. They were expensive.
Oh, yeah, they were very expensive.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my Raptorium wallet here is trying to sync. Oh, still waiting. But yeah, I can check my wallet. If I hide this, here's my wallet address. Oh, I can see my address right here. So I'm at 4.8 million coins right now. 4.809. So what is that? 1.8 times 3. So I need 5.4. 5.4 subtract 4.8. Yeah, I need 600,000 more coins for a third node. So I need to find 600,000 more coins, and then I can, when your wallet is ready, I can try to slap a node together.
Nice.
What do we got here? LOL, Camart, Joker. Girl,
Yeah,
if I
the
get
question
one,
is how long before somebody actually, like Yusuf's saying there, right?
crack it.
How long before somebody actually cracks it to actually put their own firmware on it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like no one's done that with the 5, which I
mean,
find weird.
Brains is on, their Antminer hardware, right? They flash Bitcoin miners all the time.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
What's the likelihood they could find a way to cheat the system and flash their own software up?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, how come no one has done that yet? Like, is no one just looking at it, or is there something actually going on in the background that they don't? Maybe someone has with the X5, for example, and they just don't want to tell nobody. Kind of like
it's a bit like the
FPGA secret
guys,
miners. Because so like they could be using these on some of these smaller chains, and no one realizes it.
Yeah,
hiding it. So who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I guess when the X9 releases, that's going to be a lot harder to hide. That's a lot of hash rate. 1 mega hash. Like someone gets 1-2 of those, that'll move small networks.
Yeah.
You'll notice it. So I guess we'll see when the X9 comes. If someone cracked the X5, I imagine they'd be able to the X9. It's probably the same thing.
I mean, chances are it's probably the exact same firmware.
Yeah.
Because all it'll be is the core density of the RISC architecture that they're using. So if they were using 2 or 3 or 4 parts to the whole to make that chip, well then maybe it's tightly more densely packed inside the actual processor that they've built for it. So you got to think of it more like similar to how an SoC works in that way, where it's all stacked on the chip. So it's just about finding the exploit to upload the firmware.
Yeah, I guess, huh? Craziness. Yeah, like you'd think someone would have figured that out by now, but it's either locked up in private or, no one's really tried yet or something.
I would probably say it's the first option, that somebody's already probably figured it out and that they're absolutely making out like a bandit.
Yeah, they're not saying a word.
Well, if you had the only X5 that could mine anything in the world, would you tell anyone?
No,
No,
of course not.
neither would I. I'd be saving up and buying another one.
Oh yeah, well they probably have. They probably have multiple.
Yeah, chances are they probably figured it out on one, tested it for 3 months, found out that it was a treat, and then went and bought every last bit of them up that they could get their hands on.
Yeah, now they're pre-ordering the X9s.
Yeah. Yeah, with the same thought in mind that they'll upload their patch to get it. Just makes sense.
What is that? Bitmain D3 X11 is less than $220 right now.
Wow.
Holy, wow. That's crazy. That's almost like that's the thing. That's what Zcash miners are, $50, $100, Z15 Pros and stuff, because it was unprofitable. And then all of a sudden the coin pumps, people are selling for $10,000. Like, wow. And people buy them because they see profit.
Yeah.
Probably never ROI, but Zcash has been pumped for a long time. That's still surprising that how long Zcash has still been pumping. That's crazy. That's long, especially for an altcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of took everyone a bit by surprise how fast that started rapidly moving.
Oh yeah, for sure. It did.
I don't know how much those little mini Z miners were making at one point, but they shot through the roof in profitability for a very short amount of time. But
yeah, like they weren't profitable. They were like negative. People weren't even mining Zcash. They're trying to mine some of the other coins to get a little bit of profit out of them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So obviously the yields were a lot higher. So imagine people that were mining Zcash with super high yields, and then it pumped. Like they made out like a bandit. But yeah, they went from that up to, there were times I think it was that like $50 a day or something they were making.
It's around about $50 or $60 if I remember rightly.
Yeah. Now the thing here now is people, because the price is up, people are buying the pre-orders of the Z15s that Bitmain reintroduced the new batches now because it got popular on the pump. Now this is the thing people don't realize is it stayed pretty profitable because there were no more miners out there. There's it's kind of like Monero right now, where I think the CPUs are kind of stalled out. It's been at like 7 gigahash on the Monero network since it was $400, right? And we almost hit $800, and the hash rate hasn't gone up. There's no more hardware to go online, so that's a good thing for us.
I mean, the RAM shortage is certainly helping with that as well, right?
That's
even
definitely
if people
helping.
have got
Like
the CPUs,
if Monero goes to like
they've got RAM to run it in.
This is where, like, if it goes to say Monero does stupid stuff like Zcash, where it goes to $1,500 or something, people will start to not care about RAM prices and buy them.
True.
And then more hardware will come online. But backing up to this Zcash thing, Bitmain is now selling. Someone said, I don't know if it was in a DM or in the live chat here, it's in my Discord, that the first batches of the Zcash miners are sold out. They're on to the May 2nd batch miners already, and they're almost sold out, supposedly. So what's actually happening is people don't realize they're still looking at the current profits. I think it's down to $34 now because Zcash obviously isn't as high as it was. But this is more hash rate that's actually going to come on. So that means Zcash, once those all release, if Zcash is still pumping, even though Zcash hits a new all-time high, there might not be any profits anymore because now you actually have hash rate coming online.
Or it needs to do another 2 to 3x on top of what it already is. To
people think,
it.
I'm just buying this. It's been so popular, profitable for people, but that's because there's no other miners out there to even come online to increase the hash rate. Now there's 2 full batches of who knows how many numbers out there that's actually coming online. So Zcash is about to get a lot less profitable very
Oh, yeah.
soon here.
A lot.
So, and people don't realize that what's about to happen. It's crazy. What do we have here? YouTube like smash. Nice Skafer. I guess that was you did that a while ago. I'm selling my A9Z Master before the new batch comes out. Yeah,
I mean, that's
do that.
probably a sensible idea.
I heard the noise again. Was that Rudd? Rudd's back. Oh, he went and had a nap.
Yeah.
Did you go for a nap, Rudd?
A little bit, a little power nap, and then we come back again.
Power
So
nap, and that was back.
here, Rabid, how many sticks of RAM have you already sold up of your big collection of rigs? Because I'm
It's
sure
70
you
million
probably
now.
cashed.
I
I'm sure
haven't
you
sold
probably
any.
cashed in a few, right?
No, I still got it all.
Really? I
haven't
thought you
sold
maybe
nothing.
cashed in a bit.
Yeah.
I could and I should, but you know I should because I can't really.
Because you know, in sort of like 6-7 months, it'd probably be back down to normal prices. You could just buy them back.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like you could probably for
Or
the
maybe
cost
not.
of one stick right now, I could probably buy like 10 sticks later on
Yeah.
when the whole market gets flooded.
Yeah.
And you're not doing nothing with it, so
I mean, I
That's
suspect
true.
it'll be similar to when we had the GPU shortages and such. It'll go ridiculously priced, and then they'll pull back a little bit to be more sensible.
Oh, and I seen what was it? I seen an article pop on my phone the other day about HC. Was it HC Hynix or whatever they're called? Whatever their company name is. They're building a $16 billion in Taiwan, another micro plant, semiconductor plant, focusing purely on HBM5 memory only.
Wow.
Like
Seriously?
HBM5.
how many billion?
That's going to make some issues.
16
with-
billion. They're spending $16 billion and they're going to start building this
That's the
HBM5
same-
and
That's the same as
HBM5E
an
type of
apartment
memory.
in New York.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me see here.
The funny thing is, AMD trialed, so did NVIDIA, to be fair. They both trialed HBM on GPUs, right, before. And they found that, you know, there comes a whole batch of new problems just because of HBM. Temperatures being one of them, because they have to be so close to the actual core for the interconnects to work. So, I mean, the question is, will they be able to get HBM stable and to a point that it could actually be more usable?
Yes, they can.
I think they
If they put their
can.
mind to it, they will do it.
I just think that AMD and NVIDIA tried HBM in the consumer grade cards too soon. People weren't ready for it yet. Like
That's what she said last night.
even now, like one of the early Titans or like one of the Vega 56 or 64s, like there's still really comparable cards, same as the Pirates just put Radeon 7, right?
Yeah.
Like
All
all
right,
of those were really good cards. They just didn't really get much people buying them.
Okay, I kind of messed that one up. I don't know if this is the same one. Here's 100 billion. New York Mega Fab.
Oh, that's Micron. Yeah. They promised
Micron.
that.
This is a different one. Okay,
Trump
this
came into power.
that's not the one I was thinking of. There's a different one. Hold on. I'll try to find it. That's not it. That's not the one. That's the Micron. That's for DDR RAM.
Those are
There's a
cheap.
different one here for the HBM. Oh, here it is. I found it. So I think it's right here.
Yep.
Is it here? Yeah. So SK Hynix here to spend 13 billion on world's largest HBM memory assembly plant amid the worst shortage on record. So if we could, right here, company prepares for next gen HBM4E, HBM5, and HBM5E memory.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever want to do it, I know I did promise Panda he'd be the first, but if you ever want to have a play around with a B200 and have 190 something gigabytes of VRAM at your disposal,
Oh, that's great.
let me know.
Rabbit.
Oh wow! Yeah,
On Vertcoin.
let's do that. Let's check some hash rates on that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
I do have access to quite some decent GPUs at the moment.
Wow, SK world's biggest. Now, that's insane. Like they're going all in. So imagine imagine, like, they're doing this, they're spending massive money and all this. So imagine if that AI bubble pops
Oh, it'd be
and
really
all
bad.
this stuff floods everywhere. Like, it's gonna be insane. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
For sure.
Anyway,
But definitely be
But
if it
do you
if it
think it's
goes
going
pop, it'll be
Mm.
terrible for a lot of people that have spent a lot of money in hardware, myself included, by the way.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Millions and billions.
So
and billions.
the facility that I'm at in Iceland has some of the top end spec GPUs available. So as part of my ongoing deal with them for funding certain endeavors with their company, I get to use those GPUs when they're idle.
Wow.
So
Like, what do you even
they've
do
just-
with that though?
Well, they just ordered some new
Mining Dynex.
Yeah,
Here's
mine's
the best
Dynex.
ones. The new GB300, 288 gigabytes of VRAM.
Holy gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it was not bad to get it in the whole.
Budweiser
1400
blames
watt
Yeti
car.
for melting the polar ice caps.
Yeah, 1400 watt GPU, and it can pull 1400 watts. It's an absolute monster. But they're great for AI processing. Like if you want to do a really large language model, you can just do the whole language model right on one card. Never mind, I can have 8 of them if you'd like. If you'd like to play around with 2.2, well, no, it'd be even bigger than that. It'd be like nearly 3 terabytes of VRAM.
Wow. Like I don't even know how to do any of that. So like I don't know what I'd even do with a GPU like that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. Like what's the power coming out of those things?
So each card is roughly. Hang on, I'll just check it now. I know that the
1,000 watt?
B200 is 1400 watts.
1,400.
Yeah, per
Wow.
GPU. Yeah.
Wow. AI doesn't use any power at all, guys. Bitcoin mining is where all the power is going.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
So the
We're the bad guys.
So the B300, which is 288 gigabytes of VRAM, pulls. This is going to be bad. I've not even used this one yet. What is it? Let's have a look. 1600 watts.
Oh, 1,600 watts on the newer
Yeah,
one.
it's
Just the same as an ASIC.
It's 10,000 watts per server.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's insane.
crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
10,000 watts a server. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bitcoin's where all the power's going, guys. It's all about Bitcoin mining. It's destroying the world. Global
Not
warming.
AI, not AI, not.
It has nothing to do with AI at all.
Nah.
No.
Or
Not
even
AI.
gamers. Gamers don't use any power.
I mean, in theory, you could use that for gaming. You could use a split GPU and remote desktop solution, so you could do remote gaming stations. I know a few people who have some B200s that they've split. Gives roughly an 8 gig GPU to like 20 something players all at the same time remotely.
Huh.
Because it's
Wow.
there's so much VRAM. The only downside is when you're starting to mess around like that is that you've got to have almost a 1-to-1 VRAM to actual RAM ratio.
And nowadays, there's a million dollars.
If you've got
Oh, boy.
say you've got 4 terabytes of VRAM on your GPU, now you need 4 terabytes of actual RAM.
$1 trillion.
Oh boy. That's insane. That's wow. No wonder they need so much RAM and everything. Like, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's insane.
And like think that Nvidia's now got their interconnect thing, their rack interconnect, so that you can have an entire rack full of those all working as if it was one card.
The power.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane.
I think it's
That
a
is-
mega. I think it's almost a megawatt per rack.
Now, I just want to ask everyone out there again. And when you go on to Octa.Space or Vast AI or, whatever, you really think you're doing AI?
No.
Think about it.
They're just mining.
you're just a hash rate rental service. Oh, I'm going to this crypto AI platform. There's no crypto AI platform out there, I don't think, at all, doing real AI.
Yeah, there's 1 and 2 companies.
I
Well,
would say it's probably less than 1%.
Yeah, like so I mean, like there's so many out there that claim they're doing AI, but there's a 99% chance that they have nothing to do with AI. Like look at the actual hardware you need for real AI.
Yeah. I mean, it's
how much power you
it
need.
is a big investment.
We're going to be the next generation of the world and AI and everything. Throw your 3070 onto our network. Like what?
That's a drip on a hot plate.
I mean, a 3070 can do small scale stuff. If you wanted to run like a 1 billion parameter little digital assistant, absolutely. But if you want to run 400 billion parameters, you need a certain type GPU to run that in, because otherwise you're going to have to offload half of the computation onto your CPU and half onto the GPU, and that's never a good combination. Not for large models.
Not your business. All this computer stuff. I'm gonna go get my Pokemon set created. Oh man, that's hilarious. I gotta put that one up on there. There we go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
GT 1030, where it's at. There you go. GT 1030. That's crazy. I haven't seen those ones for so long. Like, how old are those GPUs? Oh, there's Panda. He's still here. Yes, Pokemon.
Is that same time
say
as
Pokemon, and yes, the man suddenly wakes up.
Yeah, he hears Pokemon. He's back. He's back. Yep. What about Gundam? What if we hear Gundam? I hear Panda. We seen a picture where you went to a wicked Gundam place. You posted there on the Twitter. Now I'm wondering, did you break into there? Because there's like nobody in there. Did they just clear the way for you so you could take your picture? Red Panda Mining's here, guys. Everyone clear.
Yeah. Move along. Nothing to see. No Red Panda Mining over here.
Pokemon for life and Gundam. Yeti, I rented 8x5090s. We'll take 130 years to hash 11 charter password.
Yeah, but 5090s you go and try it. Honest to God, if you get a chance, trial one of those B200s. It makes a 5090 look ridiculously slow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's actually quite a shock to the system. When I started to run some tests on that B200 last time, I couldn't get it to run on half the miners because the miners didn't even support it yet, which was a little annoying. But I managed to get like 10 miner to do a quick patch and send me a super internal version that should never be released, just to get the cards working so I could get some hash rates on them. And I'm thinking to myself, this is crazy. It just spools up like there's no wait time. It's just like how ASICs work. They're just on immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. What would you get for hash rates? What'd you test it on?
Actually, I've got a few. Let me just go and pull them up because I sent them over to Mad Electron because we were laughing about them.
A lot.
Was it like big numbers?
Yeah, it was quite big numbers.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Data centers.
CPU eat your heart out.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, the Pirate's been there with me when I've had a few out and been messing around on them. It gets quite impressive at what they are actually capable of doing.
Oh boy.
So let me have a look at, was it the H200s I tested as well? Oh yeah, that's just the H200 on Dynex.
Okay, let's see
when we were messing around with it.
What are we doing? Are you sharing your screen or are we
just send you the picture?
Oh, you're DMing it to me? All right, let's see here.
Oh, here we go. There's the H200 140 gig models.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find.
So that's fish hash. And then if I remember rightly, I should have some B300s in here somewhere.
I'm trying to find my. What's that? Yeah, the Discord. Yeah. Okay, so what was this one? Dynex.
Yep.
Yeah.
73 hashes. So what? Oh wait, 193 kilohash. Oh no, that's on one. So 138, 70. Oh, that's the efficiency. What's a normal GPU hash on Dynex? Like I not even remember. Like what's a 59?
Some of them were really low. Although I couldn't get 1.0 miner originally to go above 80 gigabytes of VRAM because most miners don't understand how to implement that kind of allowance kind of thing.
Fish hash. Here we have fish hash. 365 mega hash on fish hash. Jeez. Okay, what? I need to find I just want to go hosting mining. Let's go GPUs. 5090. I just want to look quick on a 5090 on hash rate. Where's Ironfish? 133 mega hash.
Let's see if I can find
133, and that was doing 365.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Over double.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
screen
some of them
share is
are
broken.
quite impressive for what it can do. Like
My screen
legitimately.
share is all broken. I don't know why when I go to my screen share for Discord, it never wants to work. Yeah, it's over double the hash rate of a 5090 on Fish Hash.
And that was before any of the optimizations for Blackwell came out. I should really try again and fire it up now that they've had the time to actually put in the time for Blackwell chips.
Have to be 400 or 500 mega hash.
It'd be interesting.
Oh man, 400 or 500 mega hash from one GPU on Ironfish.
I mean, Stranger Things. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go absolutely ridiculous. That's for sure.
No doubt. That's crazy. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, where is it?
Unbelievable.
None of your business. I might just use CK Pool and sell this Pi 5 stuff. Yeah, Pi 5. I had issues with that one as well. So I don't know. It's when it comes to Umbro. 40K USD per GPU or something. Is that what they are? 40K? Oh.
Yeah, they're ridiculously priced. They are very expensive.
Yeah, what's not 40K?
That's like 60K.
To give you an idea, and I don't really talk about it much because obviously not many people even know I've invested in like an AI data center that rents cards, effectively like what Vast AI does, but they do it from an enterprise level, business to business, right?
Oh, so they're the big dogs where you that's where you want to go to rent.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, what's a 40K? 40K is a half a Bitcoin.
To give you an idea,
Bitcoin.
I'm getting on my B200s, I'm getting $4 an hour.
$4 an hour.
Yeah.
All right.
For one.
For
hey,
one.
It's more than I make in a week.
And I've got
$96 a day.
And I've got 8 of them.
2,800. So that's 2,800 a month times 8.
Yeti,
that's $23,000 a month. Holy. That's insane. That is crazy. Red Putski's getting kicked out or something. You keep getting booted or what's happening?
I don't know what's happening.
Oh.
Yeah, like I say, I've been doing that now for 13 months.
13 months. Wow, you're making like how you bought those things?
Yeah.
You bought them. You own them.
So I bought the server and all the 8 GPUs.
Wow.
You just paid 4 Bitcoin for it, and then it was
No, I paid in Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah,
Dynex must have had a nice contract with you.
No, actually, I paid in Bitcoin from my existing money that I've got.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeti's rich, everybody.
What is rich? What is
Yeti is.
No, well, you are rich too.
No, I'm
It was
bankrupt.
by
pretty
far
much.
the biggest purchase I've ever done. Do
That's
I regret doing it? No, at the time I did, because
Oh, I bet.
that looked horrible to see how much it was.
No, I bet that bill would have been like, oh no. But now
Yeah.
you're looking at the income. You're like,
Yeah, now I'm also
nice.
looking at it going, hell, now the problem is that I'm spending half of my earnings in tax in the UK. I actually officially hit the 50% tax threshold.
Oh, aye. 50.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no,
like
don't
the
cry,
worst.
Yeti. Don't cry. Don't cry.
It's like the worst. Basically, I work half the year for free because I have to give it to the tax man.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
insane.
but
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So how do I slip my wallet address into that? I just do
I mean,
a
I do it all
test.
the time. When I've got them running for a couple of hours, I'll message one of the normal people I speak to all the time and just say, I've got a couple of hours on this card or a couple of hours on this card. I keep saying to Panda about it, but he never responds. He's a busy man, so
Busy bad. Now he's like, no, I'm coming. Give me.
Well, actually, there was something that I'm working out for Panda. There may be a little bit of space at the facility where that rack is. So I was going to have a word with Panda about maybe shipping out a couple of units
Whoa.
of his. Only because the price of electric at that facility is
That's what I was gonna
1
ask.
cent.
1 cent?
Hey.
1 cent.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I need something super big and power hungry. Can I get a slot too?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous place to be. The wait list was extreme.
I bet.
But now
1 cent power.
I've now got quarter rack there now. So, but because I told them I was bringing an ASIC with me, I've got a little L7 down there now. We shipped them out. We got one out.
L7, 1 cent power. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
basically, I can host anything there and it'd be profitable at 1 cent.
Yeah,
I
no
told
doubt.
you,
1
it's
cent,
all about the
anything will
power.
be profitable at 1 cent. That is
Yeah.
insane. 1
And
cent.
my
limited
LV
on
Plus
power.
is still power.
I am limited on power at the minute. That's why me and Panda have been talking about it.
And that makes you
I
wonder
wanna
too.
take
So that
up
place, that's a big data center. It does all this, and
Yeah.
it has 1 cent power.
Yeah.
You can't compete against that.
runs on geothermal energy, so it costs them next to nothing to get energy.
How
which is a
much
big
does it
plus.
cost to get geothermal? I want that. How do I get geothermal at my house?
I think that's a big investment, like big. Although the benefit of where that facility is in Iceland, it's pretty much right. I would hate to. What I would have be tiny bit worried if obviously if Iceland ever had a big volcano go off.
Yeah, I bet, huh? Yeah, Iceland.
you know.
They do have a big one there, don't they?
Yeah, they did. They actually stopped flights from the UK for almost a couple of weeks.
I remember that from the powder in the sky or the ash. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they do have regular eruptions, but the facility's been around for a while. They build facilities out there to be pretty resistant.
How far,
quite
Iceland? I know what that is, but I know Rebtech's from Romania, but I think they had a farm by Iceland or something where they were running like RX 580 GPUs on their little mini motherboard things. I'm pretty sure it's Iceland. They said they had super cheap power.
I did consider shoving all of my Vega 56s out there when I had like 100 of them, just because of how hard it was to keep those things like cooled down. Iceland being as cold as it gets would be actually pretty good for heat.
Yeah.
Wow, I bet. Until it starts to melt away. I'm just kidding. Oh man, that's awesome. The 1 cent power. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I need to find a big power hungry ASIC that's profitable.
There's also I know of another place that does 1 cent power. It's actually technically part of Spain. Although it's nearer to the African coast, there's a little island just off the coast of Tenerife.
A little island.
They have so much hydropower because there's got like this ginormous waterfall right on the small island. It's called El Hierro. There's only like 400 people that live there. No, I think it's a couple of thousand now, actually. They've since expanded. But basically, because they have so much hydro, everyone on the island gets free power.
Wow. That's crazy. Nice.
So,
all right. Well,
I did consider moving out there at one point.
How much is land out there?
Do I move out there?
Buy a chunk of land out there, buy that, set up a little mining farm.
Yeah. Although Spain I mean, Spain's tax system is worse than the UK's.
Oh,
really?
Oh yeah, especially their non-Spain places that are even like their overseas territories and such. They don't like you trying to avoid paying their taxes. So,
what is it, like 70%?
Anywhere up to like 60-something%, depending on which tax bracket, like where the thresholds are.
Darn, that's crazy. But if you have free power, though, you know, it still might even be worth it. But then again, who knows? Because how much is that gonna? Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. Craziness. Germany is 37 euro cents. 37 cents. Oh wow.
I'm at 40.
You're at 40-cent power?
Here, yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's nothing. Rude puts I know was at nearly €1 per kilowatt hour at one point.
$1? Euro, like not that's a euro.
Dollar. That is.
I mean,
it's 200 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, it's double ours. That's like $2 Canadian dollars, and that's like $1.50 US dollars. Like that is insane power. No wonder you run a nuclear power plant.
It is going down. It is going down.
It's going down 99 cents. We're happy. Oh man, that is insane. That how is that even a thing?
See, Jock's at the reasonable price, 27 pence. I think mine's 31 at the moment because I hit a certain threshold, so they knocked the price up.
Wow, this is horrible.
But I do have solar on the roof. I've got 14 panels on the roof, so I got in before the UK changed the deal, so I get paid whatever I have to pay the electric company.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying 40 cent, they're paying me 40 cent for the export.
Yeah.
They since have changed that actually to only get 40% of that now instead of 1-to-1.
That sucks.
Yeah, over in the Netherlands they are.
That's hilarious how that works, huh? Like power, like everything is set up for the companies to win. As soon as they have to pay you, no, let's nerf that down. What? Oh,
yeah, I mean, so I just had my solar bill for the last quarter. Actually, it was like 200 and something, which is actually good for this time of the year, right? Especially where I'm located in the UK. You know, realistically, we're too high up to get really good solar in the winter at all. But 200 per quarter in the winter, and I do 3 times that in the summer for export. So
yeah, he lives in a sunny place in Whitton.
In summer, it's not bad. It's just the rain.
But it's hot. It's hot. Not
yeah,
rain,
I mean, we've had some wonderful weather in the last couple of years. We've had some gruesome weather though at times.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Funny part is that Yeti and I live only 500.
4.5, 5 hour drive for you, Rude?
Yeah, only.
Because Rude actually drove to me once. He came.
Oh really? Yeah, that's not bad. 4 or 5 hours.
Up.
Yeah.
Although I think he would agree that he'll never do there and back in one day ever again.
Not again.
8 to 10 hour drive there back. Yeah, that's crazy. Plus your visiting time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great time. I loved it.
Yeah, we went and drank lots of beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. You got
more complete says power in the Philippines is still under 10 cents. That's nice. Philippines is pretty cheap. I hear like if you go there with like 5,000 Canadian dollars and
Where
like
did Big Piggy?
be set for like
Piggy live?
5 years,
He's
10
over
years.
nearer to Malaysia, isn't he? I think.
Oh, Malaysia. That was.
I mean, all in the general vicinity, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
They got roads in Iceland. I'm not sure.
Yes,
I
they do.
imagine so.
Yep.
Think so. Like they're developed.
Hey. Of course they developed in Iceland.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I think also once a pirate finally gets his license,
Driving
I think,
license.
me and him were talking about him driving over today. It's only 26 hours in one way.
Oh, only, yeah.
Yep, only 26 hours one way, Z. You know, I've already
And
said
he's
he's got
driving
do
26.
that the day after he passes as well, right? He's got to go and buy a car immediately and just immediately go.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, is he still at Dynex? No, he is not still at Dynex. And if you missed the beginning of the stream, anybody that has Dynex, check out this stream after because changes are coming. There's not going to be a blockchain on Dynex here pretty soon. The coins are swapping to something else, and it's going to be gone. So just instead of going over everything again, because there's a lot, just rewind and check out the beginning of the stream.
Also, check their Medium page. They post all the information on there regularly. So, best place to find out the information is the Medium articles. But it goes over all of the BAO, what markets they're looking at listing on and so forth. So, but it's definitely a European market. So,
big changes. They're changing 100%.
Yeah. Also means KYC.
A6, not even crypto anymore. Going to Wall Street. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Drop the link. Yeah, what is the link? To that?
And if that's going to happen, Yeti buys in a couple of new H200s.
I mean, I do have a considerable holding of Dynex. Let's just say that.
Put it that way. Yeah, you're definitely paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah. Needless to say, I will be KYCing because it'll be a very large investment for me. So,
yep,
millions and millions and millions.
Yeah, I mean, even if I earn enough to retire tomorrow, I still don't think I'd retire.
You
I
can't
get bored
retire
too
now
quickly.
if you want. Yeah, that's the whole point. You got bored.
Yusuf is going to test the B200 on Hashcat. All right, let us know how it goes.
Oh, that's going to be ridiculous amount of password checks a second on a B200. Like, just it's all HBM 3E. It's like the fastest memory out on the market.
That's crazy.
So,
yeah. What did they do on Vertcoin, Yeti? We did that.
I don't think I ever did Vertcoin actually.
What?
Oh, no, I did. Yes, actually, yes, I did do Verthash. Hold up a second. Yes, I did.
Yes.
What coin?
Vertcoin, of course.
Brent coin?
Vertcoin.
Fruit coin.
VTC.
Oh. Okay.
Pretty sure.
Satoshi Arrow wallets. You see, crack Satoshi Arrow ones.
Oh, here we go.
Back
Here we go. Here's a B200. One sec. I knew I had some earlier on the B200. Me and Sapphire were playing around on them.
I just seen that link, so I'm posting that link to Dynex Medium in the chat.
Yep.
There it is. Everyone should see it. All right, so some hash rates here. What is this? Video SMI, GPU, 144 watts. All right, see if my share screen works on this. Window. Oh, I gotta go to this one. Cancel this one.
So that is, I believe, the B200. But yeah, we had some issues getting it to even go into the memory. But if you look at the memory on that bus, you'll see just how much memory it's listing, 190 something gigabytes.
Of course, not sharing. What's going on here?
I can see your sharing.
Can you?
Yeah.
You
Very
can share?
small, but
Yeah, it's very small.
Oh,
let's see.
that's weird. It's not showing that it's actually sharing for me on my screen here. That's weird. All right. Well, I
Oh,
can see it
and
actually
there
on the
comes your
loop back.
face.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, you'll see that that's the B200, 1,000 watts, 1.1.
What the first point?
1.9.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, look, there you go. You can see it. 1.18335, and is that 3359 or 555 or something like that? Yeah,
I can't zoom in. That
uh,
sucks. All right. Can I?
it's
Oh,
pretty
that's too
big
much.
GPU. Actually, I know somebody else actually that I could probably check that because I've posted some images to them. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's the updated one for Dynex with a B200.
Oh, updated.
So that one does 54 kilohash on a B200. That's pretty insane, actually.
54 kilohash.
Given
Right.
that a 3070 does less than like 5,
Yeah. What was the 5090 on Dynex?
like 20 at
20.
a
So
push.
over double.
Yeah.
B200, 54 kilohash on Dynex. Now, what are their ASICs supposed to do when they go into that, dedicated hardware?
Oh, so that's not actually a mining hardware. That's not mining at all. That's just purely for doing their Dynex computation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So like there is no actual like a hash rate to go by. It's just a machine that does compute stuff. What we got here? Pirate.
Yeah, there's like I say, if I give you, let me just send you an image as well. Let me know which ones you fancy having a play with on the systems, and I'll
An
get you hooked
image.
up. Or I can just loan you 360 AMD Epic cores to have a
Oh
play with.
yeah, that'd be nice.
I mean, that's the other option, right?
XMR, eat your heart out. How much L3 plus of L3 cache of L3 cache?
So
do you get?
there's all the different GPUs the facility's got.
Okay, let's put this in.
But I've got 8 B200s that are my own.
Is the screen share still on this or?
Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Very, very small. Very small.
Zoom in doesn't work that great. Let's see here.
So you can
Oh,
see
that's
what
better.
they've got.
Better.
Yeah,
That
coming
one.
soon. So they got these.
288 gig of RAM for a GPU.
Wow, 545 per hour per GPU. Oh, 545 an hour. So what is that a day? 5.45 times 24. $130 a day.
Hey, that's more than I make in an hour.
3,924 a month. $3,900 a month. This GPU makes like, wow. Here we
Yeah,
have.
but there is just no
Dollars.
GPU of no coin that is making that kind of money an hour.
No.
No, there's no coin at all. This is straight up compute power.
No, this is more
And if you
enterprise
mine it,
level.
one coin.
This is AI. This is the real stuff.
Aye.
Wow. Wow. That is insane.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I switched. I could run a couple of rigs for a bit of mining, but
And how much are those?
realistically,
How much is that, do you think? That
what to
card is?
buy the GB300?
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
50, 60,000?
So a full rack is $4 million.
Oh my gosh. How many of these cards are in a full rack?
72.
Holy crap. Okay, so times 24. Times
So
72.
putting it around $60,000
So-
for a GB200 blade. So
Yeah,
so
so it's
really-
$9,417 a day.
Yeah.
And $1 million for a rack. So 94.17. Let's see it.
you pay that off in just over a year, probably.
94.17.
Oh, that's better than the 590. You can buy a
$1
590
million
and mine.
is actually 106 days ROI.
Wow.
ROI $1 million in 106 days.
That is a win-win.
How can I get my hands on some of these?
I mean,
I don't
if you want to do a $4 million deal, like I can put you in touch
Oh wait,
with the
that's
facility.
$4 million. Oh, I put 1 million.
Oh,
$4 million
times
for the
4.
GB300. I know how much the B200s
4 million.
when I bought them were just under 45,000 each.
5.45. Okay, times
Yeah, but at that
24.
time the Bitcoin was a little bit lower, my friend.
So 94.17.
yeah.
94.17.
Yeah, they were.
94.17.
Nowadays.
Okay. Yeah. So here we go. $4 million is 424 day ROI. So
Just over a year.
a year and a third.
It took me under a year to pay them off my
Can you
investment.
imagine just over a year to pay off $4 million?
Yeah, but there are some ASIC miners you buy that mine Kaspa, and
True.
you still got the
True, but then
ROI
you've also got-
in a couple of years.
You've also got I mean, a lot of people get worried about the risks of buying a single ASIC for like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Can you imagine putting $4 million into an AI rig and then the bubble pops?
Yes, that would be
Oh.
bad. Like, this is where people are liquidating to get anything they can get back fast.
Yeah.
Because that's what I
Yeah.
mean. If this bubble pops, so much hardware is going to flood. Because just look at there's no hardware anywhere. Like, when it comes to actual AI stuff, the RAM, the memory, that's insane.
Yeah, at that point, Rabid bought it all. A couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
And they're all hosted on 96 core Epic servers.
And those are all 96 cores. Like, wow, that's insane to think about. A $4 million investment has potential ROI of just over a year. Like, wow. And like $1 million worth of those GPUs with ROI in, what do we say? Just over 100 days.
100 days. 3 months.
So like one of those GPUs would be an ROI of like 100 days in theory, based on that, because the whole thing would be 100 days. So
So
Just do it-
realistically, if you started with one,
Yeah.
and you could buy one every 100 days ish.
yeah. And then that's just like when
That's
I
how you
started
started.
CPU mining. That's faster. When I first built my CPU, it took a year for me to build my second dedicated rig. This would be 100 days. You could build 3 of these things in a year. Oh,
Yeah.
imagine that, and then just keep going and going.
Well,
Then
when
now
I
you have
first did mine, I bought 4. But they were right when the batches started coming out, so I could only buy 2, but I had 2 on pre-order. And then effectively I did another 4 on the profit that the other 4 made. So took me a year.
that's the other thing you got to think of. Your farm gets bigger, right? So now you have 3 of these.
Yep.
It's only going to take less than a month to buy a 4th one. Like, oh man, that's insane. But I can't afford that at all. But that would be freaking.
Yes, you
awesome.
can.
It was a gamble. At the
I
time,
need some of those.
You know, I saw the writing on the wall for
Bring this
people
back
going
up.
and renting out GPUs and such.
Like, that is insane. So
Yeah.
let's do that. So how much is one card?
Which card? What?
The GB300.
So that would probably be like a $50,000, $55,000.
So
GPU.
5.45 times 24. So that's $130 a day.
Hmm.
$50,000 divided by $130, 150. What did you say it was? 5.45. That's for one card, or the rack? The rack you said is 4 million. The rack,
Yeah,
I
if
think,
you wanted
is
the whole rack full, it's $4 million.
for
They'll
72.
they'll
of
give
them.
you a discount once you start talking.
Yeah, that's what I was
racks.
wondering, because it looks like it's a lot more expensive if you just buy one.
Oh yeah,
card.
if you buy them singly, it always works out more expensive. But by the rack, you can just basically you phone up Nvidia and go, "I need the whole rack," and they'll just kit it out and ship you the whole rack.
All right. So who wants to go in on a $4 million investment out there with an ROI of slightly over a year?
I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised Panda hasn't jumped on that equation yet, to be fair with you.
Like, so let's just run some numbers here. So you said
I mean, it'd be a
$4
good
million.
tax write-off for anyone who wants, you know, to tax harvest $4 million. I mean, that should solve all your tax problems for a year.
So one card is $5.45. Now we times that, there's 72 in Iraq.
72 in Iraq, yeah.
So that's $392 an hour. Times that by 24, $9,417 a day.
Nearly 10 grand a day.
Almost 10 grand a day. And yeah,
Hey.
we said it. 420 days ROI.
Yeah.
For $4 million.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Wow.
that Panda hasn't thought about doing it, getting in with a private company and go and just put a server up and just rent it out.
Now, how much? Oh, there's the other part. No, how now the power? Are these the ones that are like 16,000 watts each or 1,600 watts each?
1 second. So the GB300 GPU power consumption is they are 1,400 watt TDP.
So 1,400 watts times 72. These things are using 100,800 watts for a rack.
Damn.
100,000 watts a rack.
That's almost the same as my nuclear generator's making.
100,000 watts a rack. Wow,
ridiculous.
guys. And Bitcoin's using all the power of the world.
Oh, Yeti is.
Yeti's using all the power.
power.
That is insane. That is insane. Like, I don't know how. Oh, but yeah, but a single card. So that works out. Actually, it's this $4 million divided by 72.
CPUs, Yeti.
Well, that's $55,555 a CPU or a GPU.
Mm.
So 50,000. So 5.45 times 24, $130 a day. It's about 50.
This is the pricing structure you'll probably be more familiar with, though. I just sent you the other one.
Another one? Okay, let's see here. What's the other one?
CPU cores.
Oh, here we go.
So this is how much they rent out for business to business, though. But these are also like the very top spec epics out in the market.
360 core, 251 an hour. Is this what's in those big racks too?
Yeah.
So you got this on top of the GPUs also.
Yeah. 360 is the equivalent to like an entire rack of CPU.
Yeah. So you got. Okay, so now we got an extra $2.51 an hour on top of the 5 something an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
if you mine XMR with it now,
5.24. So plus 2.511. That's $7.75 an hour times 24. So now you're making $186 a day. Wow. And how many of these are in Iraq? Just one of these are in Iraq, right?
Yeah. 360 CPU nodes, yeah, for an entire
Okay.
rack. And 1.4 terabytes of RAM, by the way, as well.
1.4 terabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you get all this for $4 million.
Yep.
Hey, it's a bargain.
Well, technically it is. If you really think about it, no wonder these people all the rich people are jumping on this, because like in what mind can a normal consumer guy like me or you or anybody in the live chat just go and say, okay, I want to get a $4 million rack? So it's all the rich guys that are just continuing staying rich and making more money.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like they literally only deal to companies, and that's 1.4 terabytes of DDR5 RAM, by the way, just to make it even worse.
Yeah, not 4, 5.
We're doing about $190.
That's $1 million now.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't when I bought my 2 terabytes of RAM. Was not the expensive money that it is now.
No,
I mean, I would have paid
it was $150.
God awful amount in RAM if I'd have had to buy that now.
Yeah. So the CPU is doing about $60 a day, and you got the GPU is doing around $130 a day. That's just for one GPU. The $4 million rack is doing like $1,900 a day or something like crazy. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's just so much that these
Yeah.
guys are doing. Like, that's insane. That blows your mind.
The last
That-
time I checked what was running on my server, it was a 400B, so 400 billion parameter large language model for a company training.
Wow.
It's a
It was
massive training set. It's already been running a week.
My brain needs to process this. Why is AI so dependent on RAM?
Well, I mean, so the parameter set that you instruct it on, while the data pack itself that you train is there, right? It's one gigantic data set file or multitudes, but it's always going to be quicker to use RAM than the core to fundamentally pull these variables out. You can do a lot more with memory profiling and memory tweaks than you can with the CPU, because the CPU is just instructional sets.
That's
So
crazy.
there's physical, limitations on that.
I have to record a video on $4 million investment, 1 year ROI.
But you can also say, you can also say you need the memory, your brain, to learn something.
Yes.
That's
Actually,
the whole point. That's why
the
they
point.
get
Yep.
to learn. That's why they're always on the RAM. On the memory.
Ionify here wants to know what is your favorite coding agent that you can run locally.
The problem is that I don't use coding agents. Obviously, I prefer to code my own stuff, but there's a couple of good ones out on Hugging Face where you can just go and have a look at all sorts of different large language models that are pre-trained. So you don't have to spend the expensive, absorbent money actually doing the training. And it's only the training that costs the money. Once you've had it pre-trained, running an AI agent is very, very reasonable. You don't need the hefty amounts of VRAM and stuff like that. 400 billion parameters pre-trained needs about 80 gig of VRAM. So it's usually by like almost a factor of 4 less once it's pre-trained, or at least from experience. But there's some really good ones.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you do store it on the hard disk, Jock. You do.
Yeah.
But training will always be quicker on memory because the interconnects are closer to the CPU. The RAM slots are obviously closer to the CPU than where your hard drive is.
Yeah, you got it. Hard drive is over here. CPU is there.
Scafer said he contribute $400. He also said this is the first Rabid mining stream where I've had to take a bathroom break.
I was going to say it's getting up to 2 hours.
I know
Hey.
what's going on. I know. I keep
Right.
thinking the time to stop, but it's 2 hours 17 minutes we've been live. That's insane.
Yeah, but it's so much to talk about.
I know something just keeps popping up. It's crazy. You might have to do a part 2 tomorrow or
Yeah,
something.
we should definitely do a part 2.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We're gonna end this here, guys, and maybe tomorrow we'll pick back up, talk about some of this crazy AI real world stuff that none of us can afford to do. But much appreciated for all you guys that did show up to this live stream, and maybe we'll be back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys all in the next one. Rabid, Yeti, and Red Putz keeps DCing out.